Today I would like to talk about the walking meditation and its benefits. In the practice, walking meditation is also very important. So, walking meditation in Pali, it is called Cankamana. Cankamana means walking back and forth. Walking back and forth. That is Cankamana. So during Buddha's time also, the monks, they do Cankamana. They have a separate place, separate area for this Cankamana called Cankamana Sala. Inside the monastery, they have a place, Cankamana Sala, and they do walking meditation. And Cankamana, walking back and forth, this is not just for the physical relaxation, not just as a physical exercise. Doing Cankamana, we can gain the very good, strong concentration if we do it mindfully. In Satipatthana Sutta also, the Buddha mentioned, Gatsanto wa gatsamiti pajanati. If you are going, you should know that you are going. So this walking meditation is very helpful in developing mindfulness and concentration. So you already know how to do the walking meditation, but I would like to repeat it again. When we do walking meditation, we choose one spot. We are not moving around the many different places when we do walking meditation. We take one spot that you can do walking for that whole period. Yeah? We don't move from one spot to another spot. It can cause the concentration break. So when we do walking meditation, better we choose one spot so that we can do walking meditation for that whole period at that spot. And that spot, it need not be a too long distance spot. Not very long distance. Maybe 15 to 20 steps. That is also quite enough if you don't have, not much area to do walking meditation. The 15 to 20 steps is also quite enough. So, and when we choose, after choosing that spot to do walking meditation, you already know we all do the 3 phases of walking. Because we do walking meditation mostly after sitting meditation. So at the beginning of walking, we start this walking meditation with the first phase, that is the right step and left step. And before we do this first step, when we are at that walking spot, we do first the noting of standing, because we are in standing position. And the body is in the standing position, we should keep our head also straight. We should not look down our legs. Yeah, we keep our head straight, and we look about 2 meters distance in front of us, but not straight too far. We are looking far. We should cast our eyes down 2 meter, about 2 meter in front of us. But our mind should be focusing on the legs. We should put our mind on the legs. The physical eye is looking about 2 meters in front of us, but not looking the far distance. We cast down our eyes. And the two hands. The hands either we put in front or we tie at the back. We put at the back. Not swinging the hands while walking. So in walking meditation, because eyes are open and there are many things to see around, we don't pay attention. We don't pay attention to those sceneries around. We don't pay attention to the sounds. We just try our best to keep the noting mind on the legs. And when we do the first phase of walking, the right step and the left step, when we step the right leg, we keep our mind on the right leg. We should try that way. The mind should be on the right leg when we are stepping the right one. And at the same time, we mentally also level it as right. Yeah, naming it as right. And when we step the left leg, then we shift our mind to the left leg and also label it as left. So the labeling, the naming, and the actual stepping should be concurrent, not after and before stepping. At the moment of stepping, we should label it right, left, right, left. So when we do right, left, we step one step after another, not in the casual way. Sometimes we just walk in the casual way, and the noting mind is not paying attention those steps. So we have to be careful. We put our mind, we focus on the steps, and one step after another step. So we do this type of walking for about, maybe if you have only 45 minutes or 50 minutes to walk, because after sitting meditation, you may use washrooms, you may drink water, you have to go to the walking area. So if you have only 45 to 50 minutes to do the actual walking, so at least 15 minutes you can do this left, right, left, right. So that you also release the stiffness in the legs, the stiffness that you have because of the sitting 1 hour, because of the sitting meditation. That would be also relief. So after doing that right step, left step, then you can again do that second phase, that is lifting and placing. And doing lifting and placing, you have to lift your legs a bit slowly. You are standing in one leg. Your one leg is on the ground, and another leg is now you are lifting up. So sometimes the sensations on the leg on the ground will be more prominent for you. But in that case, also you should not pay attention to the sensations of this leg on the ground. Your mind should be on the leg which is lifting right now. Yeah. So focus on the leg which is where the lifting is occurring, and as soon as this heel starts to lift, we have to be very careful. As soon as the heel starts to lift, we have to note from that time until you finish the lifting, the whole process of lifting. And placing also same. As soon as the leg drops down and until you put your leg firmly on the ground, the whole process is placing or dropping. Not after you put your leg on the ground and you not placing or dropping. As soon as it starts to drop down and until you put it firmly. And when you put firmly your leg on the ground, when you put your leg firmly on the ground, the other leg also should be on the ground because you haven't started the another leg lifting. Yeah, and when you do this lifting, right, left, and also lifting, dropping, your steps should not be too big. Yeah, just maybe maybe about the length of just one step, not too small, not too close, also not too big and not too wide. Otherwise, you haven't finished to put your leg on the one leg on the ground, the another will be already lifted. So that one we have to be very careful. Until you finish putting your leg firmly on the ground, then only you lift the another leg. And after doing it for maybe about 15 minutes again, the rest of the time you can do the third phase, that is lifting, moving, and placing. And the third phase of walking, because you have 3 notings in one step, lifting, moving, and placing. This one you have to do more slowly. More slowly. You have to move, you have to lift very slowly. You move again very slowly and drop down slowly. Slowly. But sometimes because of the age, it might be a bit difficult to stand with one leg for a long time. But for the youngsters, it is not very difficult. It's not very difficult. We can stand with one leg, and the mind is focusing on the leg which is moving, slowly lifting. And we are making mental leveling, lifting, moving, and placing. We are naming it. The naming should not be in the fast manner. Like a lifting, 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 moving, 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 dropping, 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 not like that. If you are labeling it in fast manner, there is only the labeling, but the noting mind will not be focusing on the actual movement of lifting, moving, and placing. Only leveling is there. So in that case, we won't see any nature, any sensations of that lifting, moving, and placing. Only leveling is there. but the noting mind is not focusing on that actual movement. Therefore, when we lift, if one naming, one labeling is not enough, you can make 2 or 3. Lifting, lifting, lifting. If one lifting is not enough, because the lifting process is not finished yet. So you can do 2 or 3, but not in the quick manner like lifting, lifting, lifting that way. And we have to be very careful of this. Lifting has a different nature. Moving also has different nature. Placing also the different. 3 objects in one step. 3 different objects. The lifting object, moving object, and dropping object. So 3 different objects in one step. That means we have to be very careful and very attentive. Then only we can see those 3 different objects. Otherwise, we feel just one object. Actually, there are 3 different objects. So we have to be very careful in noting, lifting, moving, and placing. During walking meditation, just now we say we have to slow down our movements, especially when doing lifting, moving, and placing. How much we slow down? Yeah. How slowly we should lift, how slowly we should move, and how slowly we should place down. If we can, we have to lift very slowly, very gently, focusing closely this process of lifting, moving, and placing movements. The analogy given in the text that when you are pushing the cart, which has a bucket with water. Because in olden days, people have to go somewhere to fetch water. And they use a cart. They push the cart. They put a big pots, big buckets. They go to the place where they can get water. They fill up bucket or pots, but they don't have a cover. So they put that bucket or pot on the cart and they push. And olden days, the road is not even, bumpy roads. So to push the cart with a pot full of water in that bumpy road, how should they push? Can they push the cart very quickly because they are in a hurry? If they push the car quickly, in fast manner, the water will be spilled. They won't get water when they reach at home. They have to be very careful, very gentle in pushing the cart so that the water will not spill. So same way, when we do walking meditation, we have to walk, especially the lifting, moving, and placing, very slowly, very slowly and very gently, so that we can see the true natures occurring that time. Lifting, moving, and placing. There are many natures, many different natures occurring at that time, the lifting, moving, and placing. we can see the natures of four great elements. During lifting time, mostly the two elements are more obvious, the air element and the fire element. When we lift our legs, the two elements, the air element and the fire element, are more prominent. Of course, there is earth element and water element too, but fire element and air element is stronger than this earth element and water element. So when we note lifting, if we are aiming that process and if we are putting effort, then what we can see, what we can know, that the lifting is sometimes very light. Sometimes there is a pushing force. Sometimes there might be a pulling force. This is just an example. You will see many other things. So that type of natures we can experience, we can know. And that is why we are trying to be very mindful in noting the lifting, to know the true natures. Not only the movement, not only the lifting movement, not only to know the lifting movement, but in fact to know the true natures occurring that lifting time. Yeah. Again, in the pushing or moving forward, as soon as the leg starts to move forward, we have to follow it very closely. And sometimes we, again, may experience that lightness, sometimes the gliding, sometimes some pulling and pushing forces. In moving forward, also the air element and the fire elements are stronger, so we can experience that. And after moving, when we place the legs down on the ground, we should not place in hurry. We should not place the legs all of a sudden. We have to place down slowly. Slowly we put down legs on the ground, the legs touch the ground, and we also press the ground. We firmly put the legs on the ground. So during that placing process, the other two elements, earth element and the water element, are stronger. Therefore, sometimes we experience hardness, sometimes heaviness. Yeah. So those are the natures we can experience in every lifting, moving, and placing in walking meditation, but not same experience all the time. We see many changes. We see many changes. If we keep on practicing very carefully, very mindfully, especially this lifting, moving, and placing, at the beginning we may think, oh, there is just one lifting, just one straight moving, and just one placing, just one movement, one big movement. But when we keep on practicing like that, sometimes we experience that, oh, there is not just one lifting. At the beginning, we may experience, oh, although we are noting lifting, we think one lifting, but not. There is 2 or 3 stages of lifting, 2 or 3 stages of moving forward, 2 or 3 stages of placing down or dropping down. Again, we keep on practicing very carefully. We even could see many segments in just one lifting. Sometimes we don't feel our legs. Though we are focusing on the legs, at the beginning we see only the leg, but later on we don't feel the legs, but we see just the movements. And the movements also, not just one movement, many segments there. We come to see it this way because we are very attentive. We are focusing in our legs and we are putting effort, so the mindfulness and concentration becomes very strong, and we come to see the natures in very detail. And in order to have that type of good mindfulness and concentration, we have to walk very slowly, as much as we can. And in walking meditation too, at the beginning of the walking, sometimes we might have many thoughts occurring in our mind, many thoughts. Our mind sometimes wants to imagine many things, sometimes might be planning. So if those thoughts, imaginations, fantasies occur while walking, we just notice it. We recognize it, and immediately we pay attention back to the leg movement. It is not necessary to note like a thinking, or imagining, fantasizing. It is not necessary because our legs are still moving. Yeah. Therefore, just notice it and immediately keep mind again in the leg. Bring attention back to the leg movement. If we want to note this thinking, imagining, then we have to stop walking. We have to stop walking and we note thinking, imagining, and then again continue walking. But my advice is just notice those thoughts whenever they occur and immediately bring attention back to the leg movements. Because the thoughts, they arise quite often. They arise quite often, sometimes non-stop. And if we want to note the thoughts, then we have to stop in every step. Yeah. So better just notice it and keep on walking again, paying attention on the leg movements. And at the end of the walking area, and at the end of the walking, we stop, noting standing, focusing on the whole body, because the whole body is standing, not only the legs. The whole body is standing, therefore, when we note standing, we have to focus on the whole body. And after that, turning. In turning also, we turn slowly. Turning, maybe 3-4 notings. And we focus on the movement we feel while turning. Focus on that. So after turning also, again we are in the standing position. Then again we note standing. 3-4 notings, focusing on the whole body, and then we keep on walking. And in walking meditation, sometimes we may notice the intention to walk. the wanting mind. If we notice wanting mind or intention, then we note that intention also. We haven't stepped yet, but the intention is there and we notice, we see that intention. Then we have to note that intention. Especially during lifting, moving, and placing, we may see that intention to lift, intention to move, and intention to place. And if we see, we note that intention. If we didn't see that intention, then we don't need to just note like intention. We don't need to note intention because we didn't see that intention occurring. Actually, every movement of the legs, it occurs because of intention. There is a wanting mind. We want to lift the legs. Therefore, the lifting happens. We want to move forward. Therefore, the moving happens. And we want to drop down. Therefore, the dropping or placing happens. There is intention. But it is not like that every time we see the intention. When our mindfulness and concentration is not strong enough yet, we may not see the intention. So if we didn't see that intention, then we don't need to label it as intention. But if we notice that intending mind, then we note that intending mind as intention, and then lifting. Again, we see intention to move, then we note intention, then moving. And if we see intention to place down, then we note intention, and placing. So that way we have to walk. And to do the walking meditation very slowly, very mindfully, we need a great patience. Sometimes we want to walk very quickly, but we shouldn't when we are doing the 1 hour walking. When we are moving from one place to another place, we walk in normal pace, right, left. But when we are purposely doing the walking meditation for that hour, then we do it very mindfully, very carefully. Though we want to move very fast, we shouldn't move very fast. We have to maintain the speed. We have to maintain the pace of pace during that walking period. And we have to control our eyesight, especially the eye. We should not look here and there. We should not look far. The controlling our eyes is very important. Otherwise, we lose mindfulness very easily. We lose mindfulness. And in walking meditation, just now we say we have to be very mindfully do the lifting, moving, and placing, mindfully do the first and second phase of walking. We should make a determination that without mindfulness, I won't step. Without mindfulness, I won't lift or place. Yeah, without mindfulness, I won't lift, move, and place my legs. So that much we have to be very careful. We have to make a determination like that. in the olden days, there is a venerable Mahanaga. So in the text, it is mentioned that Venerable Mahanaga, whenever he goes for alms round in the village or city, because they have to walk from the forest, monastery to the village, he always try his best to move every steps mindfully. If he happened to, if he forget to be mindful in stepping, then he come back to the first place where he forget. And then again he step mindfully. So that way he try to be mindful. If he forget, he notice, oh, I forget. Then he come back to the first place from where he forget to note. So he come back, and from there he again start to walk mindfully. So that way he try to be mindful in every steps whenever he goes to the village for alms. So that way we can, in the retreat, that way we should behave also. Of course, we forget many times. Many times we forget. But we come to know that forgetfulness. Then we try our best. Next time I won't forget. So that way we have to practice. And another thing in the retreat, we have to be very careful. We have to keep in our mind that we do sitting, we do walking meditation, but in other time also, when we move from one place to another place also, we should try to the physical activities, the pace of physical activities, physical motions, the same pace. Sometimes you go from one place to another very slowly, very mindfully. Other time you feel hurry, so you rush. So that type of behavior, that type of action breaks our concentration. Yeah. So try to keep your physical activities. Try to do in the same pace. Whether you are going back to room or dining hall or washrooms, whether you come to the Dhamma hall, whether you are going to sleep, the same pace of the movements helps us to maintain our mindfulness and concentration. You don't need to worry you are going to be late, so you walk fast. Don't do that way. It breaks the mindfulness, it breaks the concentration. So if we maintain the pace of our physical activities, it later on we come to understand, we come to know how to manage the time. How to manage the time. So later everything will be okay. We will be in the same motion all the time. And that helps a lot. And we can see how much mindful we are. If we forget also, we can see it very quickly. Oh, I lose my mindfulness. And again, when you are waiting for the interviews outside, at that time also try to do walking meditation, not just wandering here and there. Yeah, not just walking in casual way. Try to keep your mindfulness sustained. Try to do walking meditation, waiting your turn doing walking. mindfully. Not just walking back and forth without mindfulness. That is not beneficial. If we just wander back and forth, we lose the mindfulness for quite long time. There is a very big gap, big hole between the two notings. And when we start again, we have to start from the zero. Yeah? So whenever you wait for the interviews outside the interview room, try to either do standing meditation. You can do their standing meditation, or if you are doing walking, then you do walking meditation properly, not just casual walking. That is also very important. And after or before, after walking meditation or before walking meditation, when you are inside the Dhamma hall and you are about to sit down, you are about to stand up, that period is also very important. We have to be very careful at that time also. We finished 1 hour sitting and now it's time for walking, so we get up. But don't get up very quickly. Don't move quickly. Mindfully, slowly we move. Slowly stand up. And when, after walking meditation, to sit down, also sit down slowly. If possible, inch by inch. Like sitting, slowly lowering the body, and also focusing on that movement, noting sitting. Slowly sit down. In standing up also, slowly stand up if you can. Inch by inch. So that way, we can progress. We can develop this mindfulness very quickly, and so too the concentration. And we see the natures of the objects very clearly. We progress in few days. We feel, oh, my practice is not same like yesterday, different. Yesterday and today are different. So we can see the benefits of moving slowly. That is why Balawa du Baloriwa, although we are very strong, we have a strength, we should behave like a weak person. No strength at all, very weak. So we have to behave like that way. Balawa du Baloriwa. So when we do this walking meditation like that way, the one benefit, the most important benefit we gain from that walking meditation is the long-lasting concentration. The Buddha mentioned the 5 benefits of walking meditation. But the most important benefit is for the practitioners. This is the most important one, that we gain a long-lasting concentration from walking meditation. Means it is not easy to gain very good concentration in walking, because eyes open, we are moving all the time. We are stepping. But if we do walking meditation very carefully, very properly, we gain the very good concentration. Though the body is moving, though the eyes are open, we can see the things very clearly. And that concentration, if we carry to the sitting meditation, and we do sitting meditation, that sitting meditation will be very good, very perfect. Yeah. So it is not easy to gain that concentration in walking meditation, because in walking meditation we have to put a double effort than in sitting meditation. Double effort. We have to put effort to step, to lift, to move, to place down, and also we have to put effort to be able to keep our mind on that object of lifting, moving, and placing in order to know the natures. So we need double effort. Therefore, it is a bit difficult to gain the concentration in walking meditation. But once we gain the concentration in walking meditation, that lasts for long, and if we can bring that concentration till the sitting meditation, that sitting meditation will be very good. So try to do that. Try to do the walking meditation very carefully, so that the next sitting meditation and next walking meditation will be just perfect, and you will gain the benefits that you wish to gain from this practice very quickly. So this talk will be continued tomorrow, and that's all for today.